Hey everyone, welcome to a very special video. 1 year ago today, more precisely January 23rd, 2019, is the day I decided to start this channel where I talk about dinosaur figures and review figures from multiple companies. So I just want to take a moment and say thank you to everyone for all the love and support you have shown me over the last year. I really do enjoy doing this. I love interacting with everyone in the comments, and I'm so happy I can share my love of this hobby with all of you. I can't believe 1 year has gone by already. It feels like it just flew by. It feels like I just started this channel. And it all started with a review on this little Mattel Styracosaurus figure right here. I remember when I first started the channel, the first video talked about other things I want to do on it. You know, for the few people that do know me, I am a huge Transformer fan, and I did think for a short amount of time that I was going to eventually incorporate Transformers review on the channel, but that never happened, and it will probably never happen because I'm just happy and content just talking about dinosaurs with everybody. So for this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. We're not going to talk about dinosaur figures at all. I'm going to show off some of my fossil cast and replicas. For those of you that have watched some of my reviews, you may have recalled seeing some of these used in those videos, and a lot of people have asked me to show off more of my collection. So I went down to the basement and dug all these out of storage. I haven't had these on display in years. Actually, I don't even remember the last time I actually picked up a fossil replica to add to this collection. So I'm happy to show off this collection. I hope you guys find it interesting. So I'm just gonna tidy up the studio quick, and we're just gonna go over some of the bones and skulls and teeth I have and what species they are. All right, let's start off with some miscellaneous teeth and claws, and let's start with this big guy right here. This right here is an 11-inch long Tyrannosaurus Rex tooth. Let me just focus in on that. I just got a new phone to record videos. My other phone, an iPhone 7 Plus, just like completely died on me the other day. So I just picked up the 11. I'm still kind of messing around with the new camera features on it, so just bear with me. So this tooth right here came from a company called Skullduggery. They're no longer around, but they used to produce some very nice fossil replicas. They actually made them out of hydrostone material. So these replicas by them always felt like they were made of rock. And right here, if you just look, you can see the serrations along the tooth right here. This is the whole root. So right here, only this part of the tooth to be sticking out of the gum line. So this is a really impressive looking tooth of Tyrannosaurus. And for comparison right here, this is a tooth of an Allosaurus. You're going to see the immense size difference between these two teeth. And right over here, this is the killing claw of Utah Raptor. This is another Skullduggery replica. This is the one thing about them, about Skullduggery, that I did not like, that they are very fragile. This is actually, I remember my parents bought me a second one because this thing just fell off the shelf and shattered into a million pieces. And right here is the killing claw of Deinonychus. This, I believe, is Dromaeosaurus. And this little one right here is Velociraptor. So you can see really how big Utahraptor really was. And right over here is a foot claw from a juvenile Tyrannosaurus Rex, and you can even see like just like the tip of the claw was kind of worn out from the feet always grinding against the ground. So this is a really heavy duty, impressive looking claw. And right over here, I think this is the hand claw of a Spinosaurus. I do not remember where I got this replica from or who even produced it. I have a lot of stuff I just randomly ordered from different websites back in the day, so I just forgive me if I can't remember exactly where I got some of these replicas from. And over here, this heavy bad boy is the hand claw to Baryonyx, and this is such an impressive looking piece. And this is made out of like a hydrostone material, and this thing weighs so much. I absolutely love the detail on this. Such a menacing looking giant claw. And here is another claw right here. This is from a hand claw of Allosaurus. Another Skullduggery replica. I can always tell by when I ping my fingernails against it, you get that nice stone sound. And back over here, this is a thumb spike to Iguanodon, and you can see where the thumb bone would connect in to the claw right here. And then in the back, this is a complete hand of Camptosaurus, a dinosaur that I've been hoping a company would produce a great figure of for a long time now. And you can just see, this is a really nice replica. The company that made these, I think they were out of Utah. and they did a lot of Morrison Foundation dinosaur replicas, and theirs were always so top notch, and it was so affordable. I think when I got this Camptosaurus hand, I think it was only like 20 bucks, and the detail on it is just exquisite. Just a beautiful, beautiful looking piece. You can even see the smaller thumb spike on the hand right here. And then going in the back, this is a complete reconstruction of the foot of Velociraptor. And then this big mama in the background right here, this is the hand claw to Therizinosaurus. And when this claw was first discovered, they thought it came from a giant turtle, and you get to see how big and menacing this claw is. And it would probably been a lot longer with this, because this is just the horn, the bony core of Therizinosaurus has been covered in a keratin sheath, and it would have been a lot longer in real life. All right, next up is a collection of bones from one particular species of dinosaur, that is Allosaurus. For some reason, I have a lot of Allosaurus fossil cast replicas. Allosaurus is definitely one of my favorite large theropod dinosaurs, so I guess it is fitting that I do have a lot of these. Now, you notice a lot of these are all cast in black. This is that company I mentioned earlier, that they're out of Utah, and I still cannot remember their name. It really doesn't matter because they are not around anymore, but they had a lot of Allosaurus fossil replicas available on their website back in the day. So let's start out with this one right here. This is the pre-maxilla, or the frontless snout of Allosaurus. Now, I've shown this off in my videos before, and I think I showed this off in my PNSO Ceratosaurus review. When I bought this at the Peabody Museum of Natural History at Yale University, for some reason I swore this was labeled as a Ceratosaurus premaxilla, and it's not. This is an Allosaurus because it has 5 teeth in the premaxilla, which makes it an Allosaurus fossil. So this is really well detailed. This is like available in their gift shop, and you can see the teeth right here are just beautifully cast. You can even see the serrations along the tip right here. Just a beautiful looking right here. This is where the nose would be. This is a very beautiful cast of an Allosaurus fossil. And right here, let me zoom out. This is part of the hand bone of Allosaurus. Now, this one right here is a healthy hand bone, and this was a 2-pack I got, and this one right here has a pathology on it. This is a broken bone that has healed, so you can see the damage these large predators receive throughout their lifetime. I have 2 Allosaurus toe bones, that one's healthy and one has a pathology. For the life of me, I can't find it. Actually, when I started going through all my stuff, I think I only found about half of my collection. I have no idea where the other half of my replicas are. They're probably still buried somewhere at my parents' house, because I have a full-size Stegosaurus skull that I cannot find, and I'm sure it's buried deep in the crawl space in my old room. Only me could misplace a Stegosaurus skull. And right here is an Allosaurus hand claw. Look how hooked and sharp looking this claw is. This is another beautiful looking replica. And right here is I think this is the smallest finger on an Allosaurus hand. You got the claw and the 2 finger bones cast right here. This is cast like in a rock-like hydrostone material. And like a lot of these black ones I have right here, they're very light, which made them very affordable when I got them off that website. I think this claw right here was like $10, which is absolute steal. It's a shame that they're not around anymore. And right here, I believe this is a lower leg bone, or one of the higher foot bones on an Allosaurus. Sorry, my anatomy classes are failing me right now, but this is another beautiful replica. And right here, this is the dentary of an Allosaurus. This is another great cast. I know I showed this off in the Safari LTD review of their 2019 Allosaurus, and just turning it around, you get a better look at the teeth. You can even see a tooth erupting from the bottom of the jaw right here. Another beautiful looking cast. And right here is a 1/4 scale. Let me zoom in, focus in on that. This is a 1/4 scale replica of an Allosaurus skull that was found at Dinosaur national monument. I think this is the Allosaurus that has species that hasn't been fully described yet. I think this is a replica of Allosaurus Jamesy. I'll probably get it wrong, but that's what this skull is based off of. And in the back right here is the hip bone to a juvenile Allosaurus. You can see another beautiful cast. I mean, these look, you know, if you weren't touching them, they do look real. But once you feel these, like these black casted Allosaurus replicas, they do have a very hollow, light feel to them. And then in the background over here, this is an upper arm bone to an Allosaurus, which is another beautiful looking cast. You can feel all the rough patches right here where the muscles would attach in real life. So with these Allosaurus out of the way, let's go to some other random bones I have. All right, here's a couple other random bones I had kicking around in the box. This right here is a replica of a hadrosaur egg, and this thing is another skullduggery piece. So this is solid hydrostone. This thing actually weighs a lot. I think this thing weighs like 10 or 12 pounds, but you can see all the, so hard to hold up at this angle. You can see all the fine details preserved in this replica right here. This is really, really nice looking. It actually looks like a real fossil. And this right here, this is a claw that I actually found in the box when I was digging through it. This is a claw to a megaraptor. I think this is a theropod from South America. It's a dinosaur species I really don't know too much about, but you can see this is a really, really big claw. And then this right here, this is a complete leg of ornithopod. I think this is Orthnelia. I'm not too sure. I got this so long ago, I really don't remember what dinosaur it came from. It came with a nice stand to keep the leg from falling over. I just can't find a stand on it right now. But this is definitely, as I'm banging it to everything on this too, a nice looking full leg replica. And in the back right here, this big bone, this is a rib bone from Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's gonna be really hard for me to show this up close on camera, but this is actually the first rib from a T-Rex. This is actually specifically from the specimen known as Stan, which is probably the most displayed specimen of Tyrannosaurus Rex in the world. Like almost any museum that has a T-Rex skeleton most likely has a cast of Stan. And this is a pretty large rib bone. I think this thing's like over 3 feet long. And it actually, I'm trying to maneuver it around, actually has a pathology on it right here. This is a tooth mark from another Tyrannosaurus Rex. I know Stan actually has some pathologies on his skull from combat with other T-Rexes. Let me just focus in on that. Still trying to play around with this new camera. There you go. There's the tooth mark right there. All right, and now for the final part of the video, this is my skull collection. As you can see, I have a pretty nice variety of dinosaur species. So let's start with this one right here. This is a cast from Massospondylus. This is like a pro sauropod type dinosaur. Now, this is just only part of this replica that actually, you know, is cast. The back of it is a plaque. It's meant to hang on the wall. I would never hang on the wall because my luck, it would just fall and shatter into a million pieces. It's like almost made out of like a plaster material. And then right here, this is a skull of, let me adjust my lighting, of Eoraptor. This is, I think, considered one of the earliest known dinosaur species ever from the Triassic period. And this one right here is an ornithopod. This is Nanosaurus. It's like something along the lines of like Hypsilopsodon or Orthnelia. Definitely a really nice cast replica. Let me spin it around so you can see the other side of it. And right over here is, I've shown this one off before in my videos. This is a skull of Psittacosaurus. I don't remember exactly what species it's meant to represent. There's a lot of species of Psittacosaurus. I think it's the only dinosaur species that has, like, you know, the most named species within it. And then let me just move some stuff over to the side. Right here, we have a cast of the skull of Gastonia, which is a type of armored dinosaur. And, Gastonia is pretty famous because Utah raptor has been found alongside this dinosaur. This is actually a really nice looking skull replica, even from the front. You can see just how big those nostrils are and the toothless beak right here. And just turn it around. You can actually zoom in. You can see those leaf-shaped teeth are very well captured on this replica. And just push this off to the side. And right here is the skull of the famous Velociraptor. Most people know that Velociraptor in real life was a pretty small dinosaur, about 6 feet long. I think it weighed maybe like 30 pounds. So basically a very angry sized turkey dinosaur. And I love how the teeth are cast in like this reddish sandstone color. And then speaking of Velociraptor right here, this is a cast of a juvenile Protoceratops, and these two animals, Velociraptor and Protoceratops, were found locked in combat in the famous fighting dinosaur skeleton that was discovered in Mongolia. And let's just show the Protoceratops skull off. You can see, the distortion these fossils undergo during the fossilization process. You can see this side of this side is pretty much very distorted compared to this side of the skull. And then back here is the crown jewel of my collection. This is my skull cast of Deinonychus, which is my favorite small theropod dinosaur. I absolutely love the skull cast, even though, I just recently reviewed the Safari LTD 2020 Deinonychus, which reflects the new reconstruction where the skull is a little bit lower and longer. And just for comparison's sake, here is the skull of Velociraptor next to this to show you the size difference between these two animals. So that will pretty much do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed me showing off this part of my collection I really don't show too much of. Like I said, I am missing a lot of stuff. I really have to, get off my butt and really track the rest of this collection down, because, eventually I'm going to move to a bigger house and I'm going to have all the stuff displayed in full force. A lot of these I actually didn't even pay for. My parents bought me a lot of stuff when I was younger. They really helped fuel my love of dinosaurs at an early age, and they still, support it to this day, even though I'm an adult right now. So it is definitely, dinosaurs are definitely a huge, huge part of my life. So I'm glad I could share my collection with you guys. And, happy 1 year anniversary to the channel. And I hope the next year is even better than last year. I got a lot of cool stuff coming in that I'm going to review. And, as always, if you're not subscribed to this channel and you're liking the content on this channel, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously, and it's greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next one.